An innocent man caught in the crossfire of a convenience store shootout tells his tale of terror. Eyewitness News reporter Sue Kalberg has the story of a man who still has a bullet lodged in his back after a random East Side attack. In a KENS 5 exclusive.
Two guys started shooting inside the store.
June 24th at the Smart Stop, things were anything but smart when one man started shooting at another.
The concealed carry fired back.
The victim shared his story, but wanted his identity protected. With bullets flying, both gunmen hit the innocent bystander and the man's car.
It went through the back window of the back seat and then it hit me on the back.
The victim says he tried to protect his girlfriend in the passenger seat.
Told her to get down. I said, I think I got shot. I said, check. She checked. She's like, yeah, you got shot.
Police say the man who shot first was fatally wounded and died in the parking lot. But before he died, one of his bullets hit home. But it missed everything vital.
It went around the rib cage, yes. The bullet's still in there.
Two of the other gunman's bullets pierced the man's car.
It grazed here, the roof, and then the back.
The victim says nobody is offering to pay for his losses. But you're still an innocent guy.
Yeah, innocent.
Police initially said the shooting would be ruled justified, but they say the investigation continues. Sue Kalberg, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.